Hey guys, what's going on? SpitBrix here, back with another LEGO Ninjago video, and in this video, we're going to be checking out the LEGO Ninjago family tree. I've compiled all the parents and relatives of the different ninja, and I've compiled them into the look of a family tree. You guys know the structure of that. You have the grandparents, and goes all the way down to the current generation. And that's what I've kind of done here, and I've taken all the ninja, all their family members, and kind of put them together. It's really interesting to see how everything is all connected, and if you guys don't see everything on the screen right now, it's because it can't all fit, and as we go through each of the ninja individually, I'll add in a few things as we go. So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump in. If you guys do enjoy, be sure to drop a like rating down below, because it took me a while to create these graphics. We'll start off with the family lineage for Kai and Nia, and although it is one of the more simplistic ones in this video, it also has a very unique twist. Both of the parents for Kai and Nia are elemental masters. They fought in the Serpentine War alongside Wu and Garmadon and the other elemental masters. Maya is the elemental master of water, and she passed her element down to Nia, and Ray is the father. He is the elemental master of fire, and of course that one has been passed down to the hot-headed Kai. Let's move on to Jay here and his family tree. He has two sets of parents because he was adopted by Ed and Edna, and of course his biological parents are Cliff Gordon and Liber Gordon. If you guys are not familiar with Liber Gordon, she's basically just the elemental master of lightning. She was called Liber Gordon according to Tommy Andresen as she was being developed and they were recording the episodes. Still to this day, there seems to be confusion based on Jay's heritage here. He is adopted, that is a fact, and Ed and Edna are not his biological parents. I mean, where did the lightning power come from, guys? It's gotta come from the elemental master of lightning. So those are the biological parents on the very top. Ed and Edna are his adopted parents. What happened in Skybound made it really confusing, let's be honest, but this right here, what you see in front of you, is Jay's heritage. Next up, we have Zane's family, and he is a Ninjroid, and so he doesn't have a mother, but he does have a creator, an inventor, the magnificent Dr. Julian, one of my favorite parental characters from LEGO Ninjago, and I included Echo Zane in here because he did seem to be a companion of Zane's. He was basically modeled very similar off of Zane, a little bit different, but in the same aspect. He's coming from the same creator, and that basically makes Zane and Echo Zane brothers in that sense. And so then if we're classifying Echo Zane as a brother of Zane, and since he is a creation of Dr. Julian, technically you could maybe classify the Falcon, the Juggernaut, and Tai D as well as sort of siblings of Zane. Not necessarily very similar to them in many aspects. However, they are all, I guess, related to him since they all share a common inventor. This is one of my favorite and most interesting concept lineages that I find really interesting. Dr. Julian was a very smart character, and I really do wish that he still had a presence in the TV episodes. In case you didn't already realize, Zane did not just magically wake up, or he was not just magically programmed to be the elemental master of ice. That power was actually bestowed onto him or given to him by the elemental master of ice before him, and so although they don't really share any ancestry in common, the elemental master of ice definitely had a very large impact and role on how Zane and his life turned out as he did become the ninja of ice. There's also Cole and his ancestors, and unfortunately we don't know much, but you guys can see the question marks here. These are really the only question mark unknown spots that we have. We don't know who Cole's mom was. Unfortunately, she passed away very early in his life. That's what we learned from the episodes. But we do have Lou. He is a very good character, and for the most part, a very good father of Cole's. But with saying that, we do know that Cole had to obtain his element of Earth from somewhere other than Lou because he does not have any elemental powers. So it had to come from Cole's mom, and in that sense, Cole's mother's dad was the master of Earth. You can see his picture up there on the top, and we don't know who his wife was, but that's really not necessarily important. The important part was that the elemental master of Earth, that's where Cole gets his power from. And so although we have those two question marks, you know, they're not necessarily that important since we do know ultimately where his power came from, and we also know his father. It would be nice to know a little bit more about his mother though. Now, last but certainly not least, we have one of the most interesting relational lineages for this video, and that is Lloyd Garmadon. At the beginning of Ninjago, we had the first Spinjitzu Master, in which he is considered to be the grandfather of Lloyd. Now, you may have seen my video on the wife of the first Spinjitzu Master. We don't know much about it, but there's some really interesting evidence that proves that she did exist at some point. And so if you did not already see that video, I highly recommend you guys go ahead and check that one out. It's very interesting. There's some very interesting evidence and facts in that video that I cover. But as far as this lineage here, we do have the wife now included in it, and we have Wu as one of the sons for the first Spinjitzu Master and his wife, and we have Garmadon. Garmadon is the older one out of the two, but Wu did not actually have any children after him. He ended up just being a mentor for the ninja, as Garmadon did turn to the dark side, pretty much going into the underworld and the Skullkin, and that basically, well, that set off a chain reaction of what we know Garmadon as of today. Now, he was with Misako, and together they had Lloyd, and Lloyd is the last person on this lineage. But just looking back, it's really crazy. All of them on here are very substantial good guys, you could say, or heroes, except for the blatantly obvious Garmadon of pure evil just right there smack in the middle. It's a very interesting concept, and this is really what Ninjago was based around, what made it so interesting, and how they're able to continue this storyline going for so long. And that is the complete coverage of the LEGO Ninjago family tree. I tried my best to include everything in this image you see on screen right now. However, I did need to do a little bit on Garmadon over on the right. You may notice he's there 2 times. That line just signifies that he goes down because there was no more room, and I wanted to keep the images as big as possible so you guys could see it, at least for this part of the video, right? As far as the other acquaintances that are related to the ninja that we checked out in this video, I tried my best to include all of them, but if I did miss someone, be sure to just let me know with a comment down below, and if you guys did enjoy, be sure to drop a like rating. I did create all these graphics in this video, and they're all based on up until the end of Season 10. Season 11 has not come out as the time of me recording this video right now, but if something new is revealed in Season 11, I will be sure to let you guys know in a separate video. That's going to wrap it up here. If you guys are new, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and notification bell down below so you do not miss out on any further Ninjago action. And as always, I'll see you guys in the next video coming very soon.